are you guys? It's nice to see you again. Today, I got a new pair of headphones. They're the Noble Bell, and I'm really excited to review them for you guys today. So, at a modest $200, this earphone seems competitively poised against such models as the Dunu Falcon C, the MEE Audio Pinnacle P1, and the Shure SE315. But how does it sound, and how does it stack up against the competition? Today we're going to find out. The Noble Bell features a minimalist packaging that really appeals to my no-frills outlook. Inside the plainish cardboard box, there's a plastic case. Inside this plastic case you'll find some ear tips and the earphones themselves. And that's pretty much it. Utilizing a machined bell brass housing and a single 5.8mm dynamic driver, the Bell isn't a fancy schmancy earphone with a ton of useless features or questionable gimmicks. This is a basic earphone with a basic earphone, and yet the Bell feels surprisingly solid in my hand. Not just in terms of the housing, but in terms of the cable too. Despite a fixed connection, the 4-foot, 1.2-meter cable still feels like it could take a beating with the weather. And then some. Comprised of silver-coated copper tinsel wire, this braided cable feels nothing short of amazing. As for the specifications, the nominal impedance of these headphones is 35 ohms. As far as the frequency range, I couldn't find anything online, but it seems to be somewhere between 5 and 22,000 hertz. There's a ton of action at the low end, while the high end does offer some detail, but still manages to stay somewhat smooth sounding. Finally, sound pressure isn't rated, but I would definitely rate it somewhere around the 100 decibel mark. There's plenty of room here to find adequate listening volume, at least in most reasonable scenarios. Marked by a relaxed but detailed low end, the Noble Bell features an impressive sound. Though some distortion may be present, the impression is minimal and not quite a deal breaker. Bass impact remains strong and decisive with any track, leading to a driving, intoxicating sound. Indeed, it's hard not to feel impressed by any earphone sporting such a full and luscious low end as the Bell. The Bell features a mid-range that has just a hint of compression. Despite this, the mids still retain most of their accuracy, and the overall sound seems to mesh with the lows and highs. Instead of leaning forward, this part of the frequency range feels slightly recessed, enough so to avoid drawing focus from some of the more emotive parts of the frequency range. And in the high end, the Noble Bell distinguishes itself with intense contrast. Vocals remain smooth, while instrumentation may almost seem sharp in comparison. The resultant impression of detail is almost tangible as your ears begin to pick up on nearly microscopic auditory cues that were previously missed. With good depth but nearly adequate placement, the soundstage on the Bell could sound better. While not particularly mesmerizing, it does still manage to keep things entertaining. As for other thoughts, the lack of removable cables does irritate me a bit, but it's not a total deal breaker. Due to the brass housing and relative strength of the braided cable, I still have to give this earphone enough credit for feeling premium. While the Noble Bell handles almost any music genre with relative ease, I absolutely loved it with electronic music. In fact, I would say if you listen to any electronic music, this is the only earphone you should listen to it with. Thanks to a thick, weighty low end and a contrasting high end, this sharp, precise sound is perfect for synthesizers and samples. If you're in the market for a perfect earphone for classical music, skip the Noble Bell and pick up the MEE P1 earphone. Or if you're a rock fan or a hip-hop fan, the Shure SE315 or the Dunu Falcon C offer fantastic sound. Or if you're looking for a dynamic earphone with those low ends and high highs, or if electronic music is your thing, you can't go wrong with these Noble Bells. With sharp and articulate contrast lending a distinct edge to any track that I throw at it, the sound here is perfect for electronic music. So artists like Daft Punk, M83, The Electric Youth, their chromatics, and The Midnight don't just shine here. They reveal new layers of audio that I never knew existed. So while it's not the cheapest earphone on the market, the $199 Noble Bell is definitely worthwhile. It offers contrasting and emotive sound in a durable, near-indestructible package. So for anyone in need of a fun, exacting sound with a strong V-shaped sound signature, you will love the Noble Bell. Thanks so much for watching. I'm gonna enjoy these headphones. M83 is actually my favorite artist, so I'm gonna have a lot of fun with these. I'll see you in the next review.